So I'm going to have a little bit of a real raw chat with everyone this morning. We have all these things where we talk about awareness and bits and pieces. And this topic, for anyone, I'm just going to do a bit of a trigger warning. It's going to have a couple of parts to it, but there is a trigger warning. It's around domestic violence. Now, domestic violence, as we know, looks in two different ways. It can be coercive, it can be all the mind, or it can be physical. Now, that shows up from the HR perspective, that actually shows up in our workplaces as well for our team, and it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter your gender, your age, your intelligence level, none of it. It doesn't discriminate, okay? So the reason I'm speaking out about this is because I want to be able to help people that are really struggling to get through it, okay? We hear about the awareness, but how do you actually get through it? How do you hear things like go and get a counsellor, go and do this, go and do that. As a domestic violence survivor myself, I'm nearly, come this July, I'm 3 years out of domestic violence. And when I say domestic violence, I mean physical, could have killed me, domestic violence. Okay, this was in front of my children. This was on my own. This was in multiple different occasions, okay? I don't need to go into that, you get the picture. Now, nearly 3 years later, this person who has been charged, who currently has an ADVO in place that for my protection, my children's protection, one of my good friends' protection, has decided that he wants to continue this behaviour. So I thought I might just respond. Now, it's with the police. They'll deal with it. They'll do their thing, or they won't. Either way, I don't really care. What I care about is how I handle it, how I move on through this. Okay, and this is what I want to speak to. You have a choice, okay, on how you move forward. Is it hard? Oh yeah, absolutely. Do you have flashbacks and things like that? Of course. You're human, having a human experience. Does it play on my mind? Of course. However, I choose how long it stays there. Now, it's on my mind because he's all over my socials. I don't care, okay? I'll just delete it. It's fine. He is slandering. He's saying all sorts of things, right? Most of it's all garbage, absolute garbage. What's mind-blowing to me, and this is what we need to watch out as humans, if we have been through domestic violence, it's triggering. It makes you want to react. Don't react. You're better than that. If they're the person that has done these things to you, they're scum. They're an absolute piece of shit. Now, most of the time they'll claim they did this and they did that and they're at fault, and if they had listened and if they had done this, and at the moment that's essentially what he's doing. I got in trouble. I don't like it. My world's fallen apart. Woe is me. Now, each person who inflicts violence, domestic violence on another person, you made a choice. You chose to do that. You have consequences for your actions. So I'll leave that with you. They're your consequences, not mine. If you've been through it, they're their consequences, not yours. Okay? You have a choice now as a human to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and be that strong, driven, amazing human that you were destined to be. That's what I decided. I could have folded everything. I could have gone and got a job. I could have done whatever. I could have. It's not in my nature. Okay, so I'm hearing things, well, some of you might have read it. It would have been a funny read for you. I'm hearing all sorts of things. My qualifications are fake. However, I'll attach a photo of me receiving my Trainee of the Year award with Hunter Valor Training Company for my Cert 4 in HR. So apparently my certificate's fake though. It's that kind of crap, right? But if you haven't done the work within and you haven't realized what an amazing human you are, that could cripple a person. It's not going to cripple me. I speak up. I speak out. There's claims that I've stolen an identity. I don't know how I did that. Firstly, I'm a female with the name Chantel Nash, but apparently I stole a male's identity and his name, but here we are. So there's all these sorts of ridiculous things that get said, but this is the aftermath of domestic violence that often doesn't get talked about. We hear about the actions themselves, we hear about what a person's done to another person, but we don't hear about the aftermath until someone's dead and it's on the news, okay? It's not okay. We have to talk more about the aftermath and how people, I'm just going to say women, people who have been through domestic violence, how to come back from that. And it's all about your self-belief, your self-worth, your goals that you're wanting to achieve, your, whatever that looks like for you. Dust yourself off, pick yourself up, and decide never, ever again, ever. Now, that was literally what I did. I decided never, ever again will that happen to me. My children have learned what good looks like with my amazing partner I have now, and they've learned what really shitty behavior looks like from the person that's currently slandering me on socials 3 years later. Grow up, man. So you have a choice to go, okay, what does a red flag look like? Make yourself a list. What is a red flag? Because if you've come out of something like that, a situation where there's any form of abuse, I'll say we're not good at working out what a red flag is. We're attracted to them. Okay, so work out what a red flag is and decide that if that shows up, you're out. You're done. You're worth more. Decide what a green flag is. What is it that you want? What do you want to attract? What do you want? All these sorts of things. Attract that. Decide that. Choose that. That's how you get through it. You select goals for your life. Where do you want to be career-wise, financially? What does your life look like? Travel, partners especially. What do they look like? And I don't mean look from an outside perspective, I mean from an inside perspective. How do you fight? What does a fight style look like? How do they treat you? How do they show up for people? How do they handle pressure? All of that. Work that out. Okay, and then go for it. Go for it. I'm someone who thinks that the best way to take power out of someone over you is to speak up. So here I am speaking up. I've always done it. Okay, I'm someone who has had a past of being very attracted to what's not okay with me. Or for me, I should say, sorry. I'm human having a human experience. Okay? Sometimes I make good decisions, sometimes I make not so good decisions. That was a not so good decision. But if we're going to talk about awareness and we're going to talk about things like this, you need to actually know what you need to do. It's no good just saying, let's raise awareness. Okay, you have to know what to actually do. What are the tools to get yourself through that? You rely on those people around you that love you, actually love you, not tell you they love you, actually. You rely on them until you don't need it anymore and you can stand on your own feet. There's people around you that have got you. Sometimes they're strangers. Sometimes strangers have got you more than anybody else. But lean on them, it's okay, because one day you'll be able to pass that forward. What this also looks like from a workplace perspective. Now, we have laws in place. There are things out there that can help people, which is 10 days paid domestic violence leave. If something is going on and you need time to sort things out, there is a legal requirement from your employer to supply you with 10 days domestic violence leave, paid, okay, so that you can work through that. There are government incentives, there are this, there are that. As an employer, you have a duty of care. It's not your fault, but it's a little bit your responsibility. As a human, how can we make their world feel a little bit better for a little while? Can we take a little bit of pressure off their plate? Do they need help to set some goals? If you're an employer, you're a driven human. Help them. Help. Okay, don't talk about it. Help. Do it. Show the person how to set some goals. Be an ear if they need it. If they need a second, give them a second. Okay? It's those little things that aren't just box ticking exercises. It's actually showing a person that they are supported, they are valued, they are loved. Okay? Because the aftermath can go on for some time. So the quicker we can help a human get their world back together and get on their feet, the better, the stronger that person will be, the quicker that their children, if they have them, will recover. My children are so strong. My daughter, I couldn't be prouder. She learnt from that. My biggest regret, keep it being in it and my kids seeing it for a little while. But I got out and I showed them how to get out and I showed them how to come back. My daughter's so strong. I love that. So I have a choice. I can either wallow in the pain and the misery and what if I did this and what if I did that? There's no point. I can't change it. It happened. But what I can do is get up and show my children how you recover from something, how you don't let it control your life. They know the aftermath. They know he's still here doing silly little things on my socials. Mate, doesn't bother me. Stop. Get a life. Go do something else. I don't care. Okay? So the main thing I want to get out of this is if I can help somebody else, that's my goal. If you are struggling with how to recover from something like that, reach out, send me a DM. I will contact you as soon as I possibly can. Reach out, okay? Because it is not worth sitting in a hole of crap because some other piece of shit human decided that they could control you, hurt you, manipulate you, all of those. It's not worth it, okay? So if you need help, and I don't even care if I don't know you, I don't care. If you are stuck in something and you need someone to talk to, you need some ideas on how to get out, you need some ideas how to deal with the aftermath of their ridiculousness, let me know. Send me a DM, okay? I will see it. I see the DMs that come to my business pages. I'll see my own DMs. Send me a message. All right? That's all I want to say. I hope that helps somebody. And I hope, old mate, I hope you get on with your merry way because it's ridiculous now. All right? Peace.